a quiet welcome at the center of everything. Before we begin, if you enjoy drifting into sleep with these soft cosmic journeys, you're warmly invited to subscribe to the channel. It helps these peaceful stories find you again whenever you need a quiet night and a calm breath. Now, settle in with me. Let your breath loosen, in and out, soft, slow, unhurried. Tonight, as the world around you grows still, we begin a gentle journey. Not across continents, not across oceans, but through the quietest spaces of the universe. A journey toward a place you've never visited with your eyes, yet one that has always been connected to you, in a quiet, invisible way. At the heart of our Milky Way, far beyond the soft river of stars above you, there rests a still, ancient center, a calm, gravitational heartbeat that holds the galaxy together. Before we drift toward it, stay here for a breath. In the softness of this moment, let the day fall away, like dust settling in the evening light. Let your chest rise gently and fall even more gently, because this journey doesn't require effort. It only asks you to rest. If you could lift yourself above the Milky Way, beyond the reach of telescopes, beyond the quiet glow of starlight, you would see something breathtaking, a vast spiral of light curled across the darkness, like a slow, golden tide, billions of stars arranged in shimmering arcs, dust drifting in warm ribbons, light weaving through darkness in long, elegant strokes, and in the very center, a place of extraordinary quiet. Not the quiet of emptiness, but the quiet of something ancient and deeply patient. Astronomers give this center complicated names. They speak of mass, gravity, dense regions, and the curved fabric of space. But tonight, you don't need any of those words. All you need to imagine is a calm heart, beating softly at the center of the galaxy, a place where even starlight seems to breathe slowly. Take a calm breath. Let your body sink slightly deeper. Now imagine yourself drifting upward, weightless, floating through the night sky. The stars around you glow like tiny lanterns, steady, patient, older than anything you can imagine. And somewhere among these stars is the invisible pathway leading toward the center of the Milky Way, a path without signs, or footsteps, or borders, just a direction, a feeling, a soft pull toward stillness. You drift there gently, guided only by breath and the quiet hum of the universe. The farther you drift, the slower the galaxy seems to move. The orbits of stars become long, calm loops. Dust settles in warm, glowing clouds. Light curves gracefully, as if bending around an invisible bowl. Here, near the heart of the galaxy, everything moves like a lullaby. Slow, rhythmic, soothing. This quiet has existed since long before Earth was born, and it will remain long after our brightest days fade. You are drifting into that ancient calm now, breath by breath, a calm that holds the galaxy together with steady, gentle gravity. Let another slow breath move through you. At this distance, the center of the galaxy does not feel dangerous or dark or frightening. It feels like an anchor, a soft presence, patient and enduring, a quiet heartbeat at the center of everything. And as you float near this calm heart, you realize how deeply peaceful it feels, how unhurried, how still, how warm. It mirrors the quiet center within yourself, the part that remains calm beneath all the noise of your days. Tonight's journey is a return to that inner stillness. As Chapter 1 comes to a gentle close, let your breath settle into its softest rhythm, in and out. You're floating in the calmest corner of the Milky Way, wrapped in starlight, held in darkness, breathing with the universe. In Chapter 2, we'll drift outward to explore the Milky Way as a peaceful cosmic city, a glowing home of patient stars. For now, Rest here, in the quiet. Feel the calm rise around you, and drift, softly, slowly, into the heart of the night. Chapter 2. The Milky Way, a calm cosmic city of stars. As you continue resting here, letting the quiet of the night settle around you like a soft blanket, imagine the space around your thoughts widening once again. The gentle darkness behind your eyelids becomes smoother, deeper, a place where your mind can drift freely and without effort. You are floating, slowly and safely, through the vastness of the Milky Way. Not rushing, not traveling with urgency, just drifting, at the same gentle pace as your breath, in and out, quiet, steady, calm. Around you lies one of the grandest structures in the universe, our galaxy. But tonight, we won't think of it as something enormous or overwhelming. Instead, imagine it as a peaceful, cosmic city, a city made entirely of light. Every star is like a small home, glowing softly in the distance. Every cluster of stars is like a neighborhood, warm and timeless. And the great curved arms of the Milky Way stretch out like calm avenues, slowly winding through space. There is no noise here, no hurry, no crowds, only stillness. The kind of stillness you find just before dawn, when the world hasn't yet decided to wake. Take a moment now to picture one of these cosmic neighborhoods more closely. Far away in the quiet dark, a group of stars hovers together like dozens of tiny lanterns. Some shine with a soft golden warmth, others with a cool bluish glow, each one brightening the space around it in its own gentle way. If you drift closer, still safe, still weightless, you'll see that each star is surrounded by its own little world. Planets, moons, clouds of dust, and rings of icy particles all slowly circling, following the quiet rhythm of gravity. Nothing moves abruptly. Nothing rushes ahead. Everything simply flows, patiently, as if the entire galaxy is breathing with the universe. Imagine that billions of stars, each with their own delicate orbit, moving together like a city where every window flickers gently in the night. A place where you could wander forever and always find another light shining quietly in the distance. This is the Milky Way from the inside. Not a noisy metropolis, but a peaceful, glowing town spread across the sky. If you look far, far ahead, you might see the soft curve of one of the galactic arms. It stretches like a long spiral pathway, sweeping outward in a graceful motion so slow that even 1,000,000 years would pass before it changes noticeably. Stars fill this pathway like houses along a quiet road. Dust clouds drift between them like gentle morning fog. Nebulae glow with subtle colors, soft reds, pale blues, faint golds never bright enough to startle, only bright enough to soothe. And through all of this, you continue gliding gently, as if being carried by a calm, cosmic breeze. You are safe here. You are weightless. You are unhurried. Think of the galaxy as a warm, spacious home. A place where everything has time, time to form, time to move, time to fade, time to begin again. Nothing pushes, nothing demands, nothing forces movement. It all unfolds at a pace so slow and steady that it feels almost like stillness. Let that stillness sink into you. Let it soften your breathing. Let it loosen your thoughts. Somewhere in this cosmic city lies our own small neighborhood, the solar system. If you imagine turning your attention toward it, you may picture the sun a star, like so many others, glowing with a gentle warmth, illuminating its planets, just as a street lamp might light a quiet corner of a peaceful town. Earth orbits there, moving with the same slow cosmic rhythm as everything else. All of us, every person, every memory, every story, live on that one small planet tucked into one of the galaxy's calm suburbs. But tonight, we're drifting farther out, into the wider Milky Way, into the spacious downtown of starlight, into the places where stars cluster more closely together, where the quiet glow becomes stronger, richer, more serene. Here, the stars appear like countless windows shining in the darkness, some dim, some bright, some flickering softly like candles. From this distance, they aren't points of fire, just gentle glimmers. Imagine floating through them like drifting through a field of fireflies on a warm, quiet night. Each star glows softly, offering its own small comfort. None of them demand your attention. They simply exist, peacefully, in all directions. You, drifting among them, feel no weight of distance, no sense of scale, only calm, only quiet, only the soft presence of light. As you move deeper into the galactic city, the stars begin to grow just a little more crowded, still peaceful, still gentle, but closer, like the soft shimmer of lanterns hanging in the same evening air. Clusters of stars gather like small cosmic villages. Nebulae glow like distant street corners bathed in colored mist. Dust clouds weave between these lights like slow silver rivers. Every part of this galaxy is filled with motion, but motion so slow, so patient, that it feels almost like everything is standing still. Imagine walking through a sleeping town at night. The lamps are glowing. The streets are empty. Nothing moves, except the soft drift of your own footsteps. Now replace the lamps with stars, the streets with spiral arms, and the footsteps with the gentle rhythm of your breath. This is the Milky Way as a cosmic city of stars, quiet, vast, peacefully alive. And in the far distance, in the direction we're slowly moving toward, is the glowing center of this starry city. We're not there yet. We're just drifting through the outer districts, letting ourselves get used to the calm, the spaciousness, the slow, cosmic night. The center will come later. For now, we're simply noticing how beautifully the galaxy spreads out around us, how every star holds its own story, how every orbit follows its own slow rhythm, how the entire Milky Way breathes with a quiet, steady pulse. Take another soft breath yourself. Let it fall into that same rhythm, in and out, calm, easy, smooth. Feel how your body relaxes more deeply with each exhale. Feel how your mind becomes lighter, freer, drifting like stardust in a quiet beam of light. You are not lost in this galaxy. You are gently held by it, just as Earth is, just as every star is, just as every drifting cloud of dust is. You belong here, in this cosmic city, not as a visitor, but as part of it. The Milky Way has been glowing like this for billions of years, and it will glow for billions more. Its stars have lived through ages longer than mountains, oceans, continents, and eras of life on Earth. Yet tonight, all of this ancient light is soft and comforting. It wraps around you like a calm night breeze. It glows with the quiet patience of time stretching gently forward. As you drift through this city of stars, imagine the universe humming softly around you, deep, low, steady. A sound so gentle you don't hear it, but you feel it, like the faintest vibration of peace. And as Chapter 2 comes to a close, let yourself rest in this feeling. The Milky Way is a calm, cosmic city, filled with warm lights, soft colors, and slow movements. A place where time spreads out like a quiet river. A place where you are safe, relaxed, and drifting naturally toward deeper peace. In Chapter 3, we will begin slowly guiding you toward the galactic center, but not yet. For now, stay here among the sleeping stars. Let their glow keep you company. Let their calm fill your thoughts. Let your breath move gently with the rhythm of the galaxy's quiet night. Drift, softly, peacefully, through the cosmic city of stars. Chapter 3. Drifting toward the galactic center. As you rest here, letting the soft glow of the Milky Way's starry city surround you, imagine the quiet space beneath your breath, widening again, comfortable, gentle, like settling deeper into warm sheets on a peaceful night. You are floating in a calm, open ocean of stars. Slowly, softly, weightlessly, nothing is pulling you forward. Nothing is pushing you back. You're simply drifting with the natural flow of the galaxy, as effortless as a leaf carried on a quiet stream. Ahead, far in the distance, lies a place older than imagination, the galactic center, a warm, glowing heart of starlight, dust, and ancient calm. We're not rushing there, we're gliding, one soft breath at a time, in and out. Each inhale gently carries you forward. Each exhale lets your body sink a little deeper into ease. Behind you, the long spiral arms of the Milky Way unfurl like peaceful rivers of light, drifting outward into the cosmic sea. Around you, countless stars shimmer like lanterns suspended in the night. But slowly, patiently, the scenery begins to change. As you glide inward, the stars become just a bit denser, not crowded, not overwhelming, just a subtle shift, like wandering from a quiet countryside into the soft glow of a small town at dusk. The light grows warmer, softer, more blended. It's as if the galaxy is gently guiding you inward, toward a bright but peaceful hearth at the heart of everything. You might picture the space around you, deepening in color, indigo turning to a warmer blue, blue deepening into velvety violet, violet touched with the faintest gold, all of it glowing softly, never glaring, never harsh. Everything is slow, smooth, dreamlike. As you drift deeper into the galaxy, imagine passing through wide, gentle clouds of cosmic dust. They don't block your path or dim the stars completely. Instead, they soften the light, like a thin veil of mist over distant lanterns. Each dust cloud glows faintly, catching the starlight in warm golden hues, turning the space around you into a scene that feels both ancient and peaceful. The stars here twinkle lest they shine with a steadier glow, as if they are older, wiser, more settled into their place in the universe. You continue floating through this glowing region, breathing slowly, in and out. Feel the gentle pull of the galactic center, not a tug, not a force, just a sense of direction, like a calm path that unfolds naturally before you. Somewhere ahead, hidden behind layers of glowing stars and drifting dust, lies a quiet, mysterious heart, the region surrounding Sagittarius A*. But for now, we are only approaching it, slowly and softly, letting the journey feel like floating toward a warm light at the end of a peaceful corridor. Everything around you continues to grow subtly brighter, not in a sharp way, but in a warm, ambient way. Like walking at night toward a cozy house where the windows glow with golden light. You're not there yet. You're simply enjoying the approach. Imagine looking upward and seeing long arcs of starlight curving across the sky. Imagine looking downward and seeing more stars, like reflections in calm water. Imagine the entire space around you, glowing with a gentle, universal breath. The closer you drift toward the center, the more the galaxy feels like a single, connected whole. Every star, every cloud, every glowing region slowly circling the same ancient heart. This feeling of connection, of gentle gravitational harmony, wraps around you like a blanket. Take another slow breath, in and out. As you continue drifting, imagine that the stars begin to cluster more tightly, not packed, not crowded, but gathered like a group of quiet friends sitting together around an old fire. Some stars appear larger, glowing like soft orbs of gold. Others are smaller, distant, flickering like tiny candles along a far horizon. Between them, warm reddish nebulae drift like delicate cosmic smoke, blending into deep blues and soft purples. This is the inner region of the Milky Way, a place where light feels almost woven together, like strands of silk floating in water. You drift through this space with the same gentleness as before, safe, relaxed, supported by the slow heartbeat of the galaxy. Ahead, the light begins to thicken further, creating a soft haze of gold and indigo. The galactic center is still distant, hidden behind the glow, but you can sense its presence, not as a threat, not as something to fear, but as an anchor, a quiet, steady point that everything in the galaxy gently orbits. As you float closer, the stars around you begin to behave differently. They swirl, subtly, in long, graceful arcs. They drift not randomly, but in a pattern, a slow, cosmic dance that has been unfolding for billions of years. Their motion isn't fast. It isn't chaotic. It's patient, rhythmic, like waves rolling onto a beach. Let yourself fall into that rhythm. Let your breathing match it. Let your thoughts glide with it. In and out. Light drifting in long, smooth curves. You are not rushing. You are being carried, gently, by the galaxy's deep, slow current. As the scenery grows brighter, imagine you can see faint traces of warm gold streaming across the sky, tiny threads of light weaving between the stars. These are the first hints of the intense, ancient energy near the galactic center. But tonight, you're not thinking of energy, or power, or force. You're thinking of warmth, stillness, light you can drift toward without fear. Ahead, the stars glow more steadily, more resolutely, as if they've been standing guard over this region for countless ages. And in their glow, you feel a growing sense of calm curiosity, a quiet anticipation, not excitement, not urgency, but that soft wondering that comes before turning a corner into a new, peaceful scene. The galaxy is guiding you, showing you its inner sanctuary. Step by gentle step, another slow breath. Feel the weight of your body sinking into comfort. Feel how the cosmic imagery around you makes your thoughts softer, smoother, quieter. As you float closer inward, the glow ahead becomes richer, like warm honey shining through deep blue glass. Dust lanes weave through the light in elegant curves, adding depth and texture to the view. The galactic center is still hidden, but you are close enough now to feel its quiet presence, not as a monster, not as a threat, but as a deep, silent well of gravity, a place where time stretches peacefully, a place that holds the galaxy together with steady, ancient patience. That is where we're drifting, but gently, always gently. Before we finish this chapter, imagine pausing for a moment in this glowing region near the inner Milky Way. You're surrounded by warm starlight. The airless, cosmic quiet wraps around you like velvet. The slow swirl of stars moves in graceful, unhurried arcs. There is no fear here, no danger. Only the vast, peaceful breath of the galaxy. You are drifting toward its center, but at your own pace, with your own quiet rhythm, held gently by the soft pull of the universe. Let your body relax a little more. Let your breath settle. Let your thoughts dim like evening lights. In the next chapter, we'll begin to glimpse the mysterious region around Sagittarius A*, but only in the softest, most comforting way. For now, float in this warm, glowing hallway of stars. Drift through the quiet. Let the galaxy cradle you in its ancient calm and rest. Chapter 4. Sagittarius A*, a quiet, ancient mystery. As you continue drifting through the glowing inner regions of the Milky Way, the starlight around you begins to soften into deeper shades of gold and blue. Gentle, muted, peaceful. Your breath remains slow. Your body stays heavy and relaxed. Your thoughts drift like small boats on calm water. In and out. A quiet, natural rhythm. Through this soft haze of light, something begins to take shape far ahead. Not a sharp object, not a frightening shape, but a presence. A region where the glow seems to bend just slightly, as though the starlight is moving around something ancient, something dense, something quietly powerful. This is the realm surrounding Sagittarius A*, the mysterious heart of our galaxy. And tonight, we meet it not with fear, but with wonder, curiosity, and the same calmness that has carried us through the Milky Way so far. As you float closer, imagine the stars beginning to arc in smooth, graceful lines. They are not rushing or spiraling wildly, they're simply following the gentle curves that gravity has drawn for them over billions of years. In this inner sanctuary of the galaxy, the stars behave like dancers moving around a quiet, invisible conductor. Their paths are elegant, long, deliberate, each orbit taking centuries, sometimes thousands or even millions of years. Nothing is hurried here, nothing is loud. Even Sagittarius A times itself does not roar or shine. It simply sits at the center of these curves, silent, ancient, and steady. You might imagine it as a calm center of gravity, like a deep well of stillness surrounded by glowing light. Not a monster, not a threat, just a quiet point where the galaxy gathers itself. Picture yourself drifting into a region where the stars glow more intensely, not because anything is dangerous, but because there are simply more of them. The galactic center is a busier part of the cosmic city, but still gentle, still dreamlike. Some stars here move in wide loops, others follow tighter curves, but all of them obey a soft, steady pattern, a cosmic choreography shaped by Sagittarius A*. Imagine watching this motion from a safe, peaceful distance. The stars gliding through their paths are like glowing beads, sliding slowly along invisible threads. You are close enough to sense their motion, but far enough to feel only calm. Sagittarius A times itself doesn't look like a star. It doesn't shine with its own light. It hides in darkness, wrapped in the soft glowing haze of the stars and dust around it. But you can sense it, not as something frightening, but as something profoundly old. A calm, dense mystery that has sat unchanged for millions upon millions of years. Imagine it as a still pond at the center of a bright forest. You don't need to touch it. You don't need to get close. You simply notice how everything around it seems to flow, gently, toward the same center. Sagittarius A times is that silent pond, a quiet gravitational space, around which the galaxy arranges its slow dance. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders soften. Let your body settle. In this chapter, we're not trying to understand Sagittarius A times with science or equations. Tonight, it's simply a feeling, a presence, a soft gravitational heartbeat at the core of the galaxy. You can imagine it the way you might imagine a quiet room behind a half-open door. You don't need to step inside. You just feel the atmosphere around it. Still, deep, unhurried. That is Sagittarius A*, not a monster, but a mystery. A peaceful, steady anchor in the fabric of space. Around this central region, clouds of dust drift in long, elegant streams. They glow with faint red and amber tints, like embers of a fading fire seen through fog. Some of the light bends around the dense center, curving softly, as if gravity were brushing its hand through the starlight. You drift through this scenery without touching it, like a quiet observer floating above a sleeping landscape. Everywhere you look, the galaxy reveals another detail of its inner calm, a slow swirl of bright stars, a faint ribbon of dust curling like smoke, a soft glow that pulses gently through the void. And there, at the middle of it all, sits Sagittarius A*, still quiet, still dark, still patient, a place where matter and time gather slowly, silently, with no rush. As you float closer, not too close, just enough to sense the region, you may imagine feeling a gentle strengthening of the galaxy's pull. Not a tug on your body, but a deepening of the quiet around you, like stepping into a deeper layer of calm, like entering a library where every sound becomes softer. The motion of the stars becomes clearer now. They glide in beautiful loops, as if tracing the outlines of a hidden shape. Some move faster, some slower, but all follow the same peaceful rhythm, the slow dance around the galactic heart. Their paths tell a story, that something is there, quiet but strong, shaping everything without ever needing to be seen. That something is Sagittarius A*. Let your breathing match this rhythm. Slow, steady, unhurried. You are drifting safely through a region where stars have moved in gentle curves for as long as the galaxy has existed. Every motion around you is ancient, patient, and calm. Picture Sagittarius A times now not as a dark void, but as a quiet center of balance. Imagine it as a deep, soft indentation in the cosmic fabric, a place where starlight bends like silk and time flows a little differently, but still peacefully, still softly. It is a density of stillness, not chaos, a concentration of calm, not danger, a quiet heart of an enormous, glowing galaxy. As you hover in this peaceful region, imagine the warmth of the inner Milky Way surrounding you like a soft cocoon of light. The dust clouds shimmer gently. The stars glow with a warm steadiness. Even the empty spaces feel full of calm, full of age, full of silent stories. Sagittarius A times remains hidden behind layers of drifting haze, but its presence is unmistakable. It is the silent conductor of the galaxy's long, slow symphony. And tonight, you're listening to that symphony from a safe, gentle distance, floating, resting, breathing in harmony with the universe. Before this chapter closes, let yourself appreciate the beauty of being here, near the quietest, most ancient heart of the Milky Way. You've traveled from the outskirts of the galaxy, through glowing arms of starlight, into a region rich with dust, light, and gentle motion. And now you sense the presence of Sagittarius A*, not as a monster, but as a tranquil center holding everything together. Let that idea rest in your mind like a soft weight on your chest, calming and grounding. In the next chapter, we will gently explain what a supermassive black hole truly is. In simple, calming language, focused not on fear, but on wonder and understanding. For now, float in the glow of the galactic center, drift in the warmth of ancient starlight, feel the quiet heartbeat of Sagittarius A*, and breathe in and out, soft, steady, at peace. Chapter 5. A supermassive black hole. Explained softly. As you drift in the warm glow of the galactic center, take another slow breath, in and out, letting your body grow heavier, softer, more relaxed against whatever is supporting you. You're floating here, surrounded by ancient starlight, dust drifting like gentle mist, and the calm, steady quiet of the inner Milky Way. You've come closer to the heart of the galaxy, close enough now to begin understanding softly and without hurry what lies at its center. Tonight, we're going to talk about what a supermassive black hole truly is. But we're going to do it gently, as though explaining something to a friend under a warm blanket on a quiet night. No fear, no sharpness, only curiosity, wonder, and deep calm. First, imagine the night sky as a vast, soft sheet stretched across the universe. On that sheet, galaxies form like delicate patterns, spirals, clusters, glimmers of ancient light. And in the center of many of these galaxies, including our own, lies a region where gravity gathers itself more tightly than anywhere else, a place where mass collects, where time slows, where light bends around a quiet center. This region is called a black hole, but the name can sound harsher than the reality feels. The universe didn't design it to be frightening. It simply is a natural shape that space and gravity can take when enough matter settles in one place. Instead of imagining a black hole as a monster, try seeing it as a deep, soft well in the fabric of space. Not a trap, not a threat, just a calm indentation where gravity is especially strong. If space were a smooth sheet of fabric, a black hole would be the area where the fabric dips deeper, not violently, not dangerously, but steadily, like a gentle bowl carved over billions of years. Sagittarius A times is one of these bowls, an ancient, peaceful one. that has been resting at the galaxy's center since the Milky Way was young, take another easy breath. Let it glide in and drift out. Supermassive black holes form not from danger or destruction, but from gradual gathering. Over long spans of time, matter, gas, dust, stars moves inward, nudged by gravity and gentle cosmic currents. As this material collects, gravity grows stronger. Eventually, it becomes strong enough to form a region where even light has difficulty escaping. That's all a black hole is. A place where gravity gathers closely, a place where light curves inward instead of outward. But you don't have to imagine falling into it or being pulled toward it. In reality, black holes don't chase things. They don't reach out. They simply sit quietly, influencing only the space nearby. The Earth, for example, is far too distant to feel anything unusual from Sagittarius A*. The Sun continues its slow orbit around the galaxy, untouched, as it has for billions of years. So when you think of a supermassive black hole, imagine stillness, not danger. Imagine gravity resting, not pulling. Imagine a calm center, not a collapsing void. If you look around you in the cosmic scene we've been drifting through, you'll notice that stars move in careful, elegant paths around the galactic center. They aren't being swallowed, they aren't being dragged. They're simply orbiting just the way the Earth orbits the Sunday. Wide, gentle loops. Slow, patient motion. A cosmic dance shaped by the gravity of Sagittarius A*. For stars that are far away, the black hole behaves just like any other massive object, like the core of a galaxy should. Its gravity holds things in place, keeping the grand spiral of the Milky Way balanced and steady. It is one of the most peaceful forces in the universe. Ancient, constant, dependable. Imagine breathing into that idea. A force that is strong, but steady, powerful, but calm, enduring, but never rushing. Sagittarius A has been guiding the galaxy for longer than life has existed on Earth. It has seen the formation of stars, the drifting of nebulae, and the quiet movement of time itself. And through it all, it has remained still. Picture yourself now floating in a warm, softly lit space near the galactic center. The stars here glow more densely, like clusters of tiny lamps glowing along a quiet street. Dust clouds drift gently, folding light into subtle colors: indigo, gold, faint red. In front of you is the region where Sagittarius A resides, not as a glowing object, but as a soft, dark center where light curves gently around. The space nearby shimmers slightly, as though the universe were bending in slow motion. This bending of light isn't frightening. It's beautiful, like watching reflections distort in a calm lake. The black hole itself is simply the deepest part of that lake, a place where the water becomes perfectly still. You stay far enough away to feel only peace, only curiosity, only calm. If you could reach out and touch the space near Sagittarius A*, you wouldn't feel anything dramatic. There are no edges, no surfaces, no walls. A black hole is not an object you bump into. It's a region where space behaves differently, more deeply curved. Imagine walking along a gentle downhill slope. You don't fall suddenly. You simply notice that the ground lowers gradually. In space, that gradual lowering is gravity. Slow, smooth, steady. Closer in, the slope becomes steeper. And even closer, it becomes so deep that not even light can climb back out. But we remain far from those depths. We stay in the wide, calm outskirts, where stars loop gracefully, where dust glows softly, where gravity feels like a quiet hum beneath the fabric of the universe. Another slow breath. If your mind drifts while listening, that's okay. This chapter is meant to feel soft, comforting, like warm hands turning the mysteries of the universe into something gentle and safe. A supermassive black hole is simply a place where matter has gathered so densely that space bows inward around it. A place where time stretches a little differently, a place where starlight curves into beautiful arcs. None of this needs to feel heavy. It can feel peaceful because the universe itself is patient, slow, unhurried. Black holes don't move around the galaxy hunting for stars. They sit still, they wait. They influence only what wanders too close, and the galaxy, vast as it is, has learned to live alongside them in perfect balance. As you breathe, imagine the gravity of Sagittarius A times as a soft, steady heartbeat at the center of the Milky Way. Not pounding, not pulsing, but simply present. It keeps the stars in order. It keeps the spiral arms aligned. It keeps the galaxy centered in a calm, elegant way. You can think of it as the still point around which everything turns, like the center of a spinning wheel, or the quiet middle of a slowly rotating mobile. Without this quiet center, the Milky Way would drift and wobble. With it, the galaxy remains harmonious, balanced, and beautifully structured. Sagittarius A times is the anchor, silent, unseen, and profoundly peaceful. As this chapter closes, imagine yourself drifting a bit farther away again, watching the inner galaxy glow like a warm lantern around the soft, dark heart of Sagittarius A asterisk. You're safe, calm, floating gently in a region shaped by gravity, the way a shoreline is shaped by tides. You don't need to understand every detail. You only need to feel the peace of this knowledge. A supermassive black hole is not a monster. It is an ancient, silent center, where gravity becomes deep and still, a natural part of the universe, a peaceful anchor in the Milky Way's long, slow journey through space. In Chapter 6, we'll explore the cosmic dance of stars and gas that move around Sagittarius A asterisk, a dance not of danger, but of elegance and gentle motion. For now, continue to breathe softly, drift calmly, and rest in the quiet presence of the galaxy's ancient heart. Chapter 6. The slow, cosmic dance around Sagittarius A asterisk. Take a moment to settle again. Feel the weight of your body deepening into comfort. Feel your thoughts soften, like sand settling gently through calm water. In and out. Slow, easy breaths. You are floating in the warm, inner glow of the Milky Way, where starlight gathers in quiet clusters and dust drifts like gentle trails of smoke. The galaxy feels vast and hushed around you, like a cathedral made of light. And ahead, still wrapped in its calm veil of darkness, rests Sagittarius A times, the silent center we've been approaching. Not loud, not fierce, just steady. Now, in this chapter, we explore the beautiful, ancient movements that surround it, the slow, cosmic dance of stars and gas that have circled the galactic heart for millions upon millions of years. Imagine yourself hovering at a safe, peaceful distance from the galactic center. You're not in any danger. You're simply observing, as gently as someone watching small ripples form on a quiet pond. Around Sagittarius A asterisk, the stars move in elegant curves, paths shaped by gravity's soft guidance. Some stars trace wide loops, taking thousands of years to complete a single orbit. Others follow tighter arcs, moving with a little more speed but still with graceful patience. Nothing jerks, nothing crashes, nothing surges suddenly. It all unfolds like a slow-motion ballet, suspended in the soft glow of ancient starlight. You might picture it the way you'd imagine fireflies drifting in wide spirals around a lantern at dusk, each one glowing gently, following its own shimmering path. The closer a star is to the center, the tighter its orbit becomes. But even these closer paths feel smooth, controlled, almost meditative. There is a star astronomers call S2, a bright and graceful traveler that loops around Sagittarius A asterisk. It moves faster than the others in its dance, but still follows a beautiful, predictable curve. It is like a single dancer moving in a smaller circle near the center of a stage, while the rest of the troupe moves in larger, slower arcs around her. You don't need to remember names. You don't need to picture anything complicated. Just imagine this: a cluster of glowing lights, each drifting in its own soft, curved path, moving together yet separately, each one guided by the same quiet center. It's peaceful, beautiful, and deeply calming. Now imagine the gas clouds, vast, wispy curtains of dust and glowing particles that also participate in this cosmic dance. These clouds don't move in perfect circles. Instead, they drift and swirl like fog, rolling slowly across a calm valley. Sometimes the gas glows faintly, lit by nearby stars like mist touched by warm lantern light. Sometimes it fades into darker colors, deep indigos and soft reds, moving gently, folding over itself, thinning out, and then gathering again. These clouds aren't rushing toward Sagittarius A asterisk. They aren't being dragged. They simply flow with the same gentle gravity that guides the stars. A quiet inward pull balanced by their natural drift through the galaxy. It is less like a whirlwind and more like the soft swirl of milk in warm tea. You might imagine yourself viewing this dance from a perch high above it, like someone watching a mobile turning slowly in a dark, peaceful room. Each star is a glowing bead. Each gas cloud is a soft ribbon, and the center, the quiet, invisible Sagittarius A times, is the point around which everything gently turns. If you listen closely, you might even imagine a faint hum in the background, the deep, slow note of the galaxy's gravity holding everything in place. Not loud, not dramatic, just a gentle, cosmic heartbeat. Sometimes, from your resting vantage point, you might notice a star curving slightly differently, as if it were weaving a subtle pattern into the larger dance. But even these subtle changes unfold over centuries, long beyond any human lifespan. The dance is not something that rushes, or startles, or demands attention. It is steady, patient, ancient. A movement measured in millennia, not moments. Imagine how soothing that is, to know that in the heart of the galaxy, everything moves with perfect calm, perfect balance, perfect grace. Nothing is hurried. Nothing is forced. The universe knows how to move in its own time. Take another long, soft breath. Feel your body settle even deeper. In this dance, even the light itself seems to curve and glide. Photons, little packets of starlight, bend gently around the dense center, creating arcs of light that look like soft brushstrokes across the cosmic canvas. It's as though the universe is painting slowly, adding strokes of gold and blue, in elegant, unbroken motions. If you imagine reaching out your hand, it would pass right through these strokes. They're made of light, not matter, but the beauty of them would remain, glowing softly, curving around the space near Sagittarius A asterisk. This bending of light isn't something to fear. It happens naturally when light moves through curved space. It's like watching reflections shimmer on the surface of a calm lake, gentle distortions, beautiful and serene. Now, picture one of the large, warm dust clouds drifting slowly around the galactic center. The particles inside it move in gentle eddies, as if stirred by an invisible spoon. Some of the dust warms up and glows softly. Some stays cool and dark. The cloud stretches, folds, and flows with the patience of something that has all the time in the universe. And it does. Billions of years, drifting in the slow breath of gravity. You float beside it, watching the golden hues shimmer as if lit from within. The motion is hypnotic calm, rhythmic, grounding, a dance with no beginning and no end. Farther out, stars move in even larger loops. Their paths are so wide that from where you drift, they seem almost still. Their motion is like the slow turning of the sky on a winter night, visible only if you wait long enough. These stars are the outer dancers, stable, graceful, unhurried. Together, the inner fast arcs and outer slow loops form a structure that has repeated itself for millions of years. A galaxy swirling around a quiet, dense center, not chaotic, not violent, just slowly, steadily turning. A cosmic waltz that continues whether anyone is watching or not. Let your breath match that pace now. A little slower, a little deeper, as if you are part of the dance yourself. In and out, floating in your own quiet orbit, with no pressure to move any faster. Feel the calm of that rhythm. The universe is never in a hurry. You don't have to be, either. As you take in this scene, the glowing arcs, the drifting dust, the warm haze around the galactic center, you might notice something comforting. Everything knows where to go. The stars know their paths. The dust knows its drift. The light knows how to bend. Sagittarius A times knows how to sit still in its deep, quiet center. Nothing is confused. Nothing is lost. Nothing struggles. The entire region moves like a breath. Slow, smooth, steady. A cosmic dance that has lasted longer than Earth has existed and will continue long after we're gone. And in this moment, you are part of it, a quiet observer in a galaxy that never rushes. As this chapter comes to an end, imagine yourself drifting outward just a little, still surrounded by warm starlight, still held by the gentle hum of the galactic center. You leave the dance behind you for now, but you carry its rhythm with you, soft, balanced, unhurried. In Chapter 7, we will gently explore how we discovered Sagittarius A times and what astronomers observe today, told, as always, in a warm, soothing way. For now, breathe softly, drift in quiet, rest in the calm orbit of the galaxy's ancient dance. Chapter 7. How we discovered the quiet heart of the galaxy. Let yourself settle once again. Feel your body soften into the bed. Feel your breath become smooth, like a slow tide rolling in and out, in and out. Warm, steady, quiet. You've drifted through the glowing arms of the Milky Way, across the calm inner regions, and into the soft halo of starlight that surrounds the galaxy's center. You've seen the graceful orbits, the slow cosmic dance, the quiet presence of Sagittarius A*. Now, in this chapter, we gently explore something different. How we came to know this mysterious heart was there at all. Not in a dramatic way, not with loud discoveries or sudden revelations, but through patient watching, soft curiosity, and decades of quiet observation. Because even our journey to understanding Sagittarius A times unfolded like the galaxy itself, slowly, steadily, with a peaceful persistence. Imagine astronomers of the past looking up at the night sky, some with small telescopes, some with early radioscopes, some simply with their own eyes. For centuries, people saw the Milky Way as a band of soft, milky light stretching across the darkness. Nobody knew what lay at its center. Nobody imagined an unseen, dense region shaping the galaxy. It was simply a bright place in the sky, a glowing patch where stars gathered closely. And yet, even without understanding, people sensed something special there. They often looked toward the constellation Sagittarius, where the Milky Way shines brightest. The glow is thicker, warmer, more concentrated, like the light of a distant city glimpsed from far away. But the heart of that glow remained hidden, wrapped in dust, softened by distance. Quiet, it would stay a mystery for a long time. Take a slow breath. In the mid-20th century, astronomers began using radio telescopes, large, dish-shaped instruments that detect invisible waves coming from space. These waves can slip through dust clouds that block ordinary starlight. Radio telescopes don't show sharp pictures the way regular telescopes do. Instead, they reveal patterns, gentle signals, faint hums from distant parts of the universe. And when scientists pointed these instruments toward the center of the Milky Way, they detected something unusual, a quiet but persistent source of radio waves. Not loud, not flashing, just steady, like a soft cosmic whisper. They named it Sagittarius A*. The A star source in the direction of Sagittarius. For years, they didn't know exactly what it was, but they knew it was small, dense, and extraordinarily calm. A quiet heart inside a glowing sky. As technology improved, astronomers continued observing. New telescopes arrived not just on mountaintops, but in space, floating above the Earth's atmosphere where dust and clouds couldn't blur their view. Still, the center remained hidden, but now, scientists could measure things differently. Instead of looking directly at the heart of the galaxy, they watched the stars around it, the same stars you drifted past in the last chapter. They noticed something remarkable. These stars were moving in curves so precise, so elegant, so perfectly shaped, that only one explanation made sense. An incredibly dense, invisible object must be at their center. Nothing else could guide so many stars, in such perfect motion, for so long, without ever revealing itself. And the quiet discovery became clearer. Sagittarius A times was the calm, ancient anchor of the Milky Way. Not a glowing beacon, not a star, but a deep, silent gravitational well. A supermassive black hole. Another slow breath. Let it ease your chest. Let your shoulders sink. The word discovery might sound exciting or dramatic, but in reality, it happened gently, decade by decade, quiet observation by quiet observation. Astronomers didn't celebrate with explosions of emotion. They simply watched, measured, and slowly understood. It was like noticing that leaves on a pond always drift toward the same center point. Not all at once, not with urgency, but with a natural, patient flow. Over time, you'd realize something must be shaping that movement. That realization unfolded exactly this way for Sagittarius A*. The galaxy itself revealed its secret softly. Today, we observe the galactic center using telescopes that work in harmony across the globe. Some detect radio waves, some infrared light, some X-rays. Combined, they paint a soft, composite picture of a region glowing with warmth and movement. But even with our best instruments, Sagittarius A times remains largely unseen, not because it hides violently, but because black holes simply do not shine. They are shadows in space, known not by what they show, but by what moves around them. We see Sagittarius A*, the way you see a gentle breeze by watching leaves sway. The stars nearest to it move in graceful arcs, a clear sign of the quiet center guiding them. Their motion tells us everything we need to know. Imagine now that you are drifting alongside the tools of modern astronomy, floating gently with them in the space between Earth and the galactic center. You pass by a telescope perched on a high mountain, collecting faint waves from the sky. You drift past an orbiting observatory, watching the universe from above the clouds. You hover near arrays of radio dishes that work together like a single giant eye. Each one listens to the galaxy's softest signals. Each one detects a whisper of light or motion. Each one adds a tiny piece to the puzzle, and slowly, quietly, the picture forms. Not a monster, not chaos, just a dense, silent presence shaping the universe around it. Sagittarius A times is discovered not in a moment, but in a long, gentle unfolding of understanding. Take another calm breath. The more we observe the galactic center, the more beautiful it becomes. We see gas clouds drifting around it like slow smoke. We see warm arcs of light gently bending through curved space. We see stars tracing paths that have been shaped for millions of years. And though we cannot see the black hole itself, we can sense it in all these motions, the way you can sense the center of a circle, even if there's nothing drawn there. It is the quietest kind of presence, felt, not seen, known, not shown. And in that quiet, there is comfort. Scientists have even created an image, not a photograph in the usual sense, but a deep, glowing picture assembled from countless signals, showing the warm ring of light around the shadow of Sagittarius A*. The image looks soft, blurry, warm, like a lantern seen through gentle fog, not frightening, not sharp, not dramatic, just a calm glow around a quiet darkness. In the center of our galaxy, a portrait of the universe's stillness. As Chapter 7 draws to a close, imagine yourself drifting once more, leaving behind the networks of telescopes, the glowing stars, the soft haze, and the ancient dust. Now you understand how Sagittarius A times was discovered, through patience, quiet observations, and a gentle listening to the universe's subtle motions. In Chapter 8, we will shift our attention to time itself, the immense patience of the galactic center, and the slow unfolding of cosmic ages. For now, take a deep, comfortable breath and let the quiet discoveries of the universe guide you deeper into rest. Chapter 8. The immense patience of the galactic center. Settle again into your breath, in and out, a long, quiet exhale, softening your ribs, your shoulders, your mind. The universe around you grows hushed once more, the golden haze of the galactic center stretching gently in every direction. Stars glide in patient orbits. Dust drifts in warm, slow currents. Time itself seems to stretch like a long silken ribbon, unhurried, almost still. Tonight, in this chapter, we drift deeper into the timescales of this ancient region, not to feel small, but to feel held by something enduring, steady, and impossibly calm. Because at the heart of the Milky Way, time moves differently, not faster, not louder, but with a quiet patience that invites you to rest a little more deeply. Imagine now that your awareness opens into a vast expanse, a place beyond clocks, beyond alarms, beyond the rushing hours of a human day. Here, the galaxy is old in a way that is almost unimaginable. Billions of years stretch behind it, and billions more extend ahead. This calm, glowing center has seen ages pass like soft waves. Stars are born, stars drift, stars fade, and yet the galactic center remains, unchanged in its essence, steady in its quiet gravity. Picture a mountain on Earth, massive, ancient, unmoving. Now stretch that sense of stillness across 10,000 mountains, 10,000 lifetimes, 10,000 ages. That is the patience of Sagittarius A*. Not a waiting, not a longing, but a deep, peaceful existence. The kind that needs no hurry. Take a slow breath. Let it lengthen, soften, deepen. Here, at the center of the galaxy, a single orbit of a star might take hundreds of years. Another orbit might take thousands. Some could take millions. And in those immense arcs of time, nothing feels rushed. The stars drift with the calm certainty that they have countless ages ahead of them. Their motion is deliberate, their paths smooth, their rhythm steady. You can almost imagine them whispering to one another, "We have time, endless time." Their glow does not flicker with urgency. Their paths do not bend with haste. They move as if time were a soft wind, not a driving force. Imagine now drifting above one of these stars. Not touching, not interfering, just observing. You see it move a fraction of its orbit, perhaps a single glimmering tilt in its long path. This tiny shift might take a decade or a century, but the star does not mind. It is content to move slowly. It knows that every moment is simply part of a larger, gentler flow. And as you watch, you realize how calming it is to witness something so unhurried, something that does not push against time but swims peacefully within it. In the galactic center, time is not a pressure. It is a landscape, a wide, endless field where events unfold like petals opening, slowly, quietly, beautifully. Dust clouds drift for thousands of years before changing shape. Nebulae spread softly, like mist expanding in a valley. Light curves around the quiet heart of the galaxy with a grace that only ages can teach. There is no rush to form, no rush to fade. Everything simply unfolds in its own patient rhythm. Let that rhythm settle into you. Let it loosen the tightness of human time, the lists, the tasks, the hours that spin too quickly. Here, none of that exists. Here, time is gentle. Imagine now the long, slow breath of the galaxy. Not a literal breath, but the rise and fall of cosmic processes that span millions of years. Stars are born in glowing nurseries. Soft clouds warmed by gravity until light flickers inside them. These stars live their long lives, billions of years, in many cases, before returning their elements to the cosmic sea. And even as these cycles unfold, the galactic center remains steady, like an old tree watching seasons pass. Nothing is hurried. Nothing is wasted. Everything moves in harmony with time's patient hand. Take another gentle breath. As you float, imagine that you can sense the rhythm of these ages. You aren't overwhelmed by it. You're soothed by it. Because in this place, nothing is expected to happen quickly. Nothing is required to be fast. Even light takes its time, bending around curved space, lingering in dust clouds, drifting gently from star to star. Even gravity, which shapes every path, acts not with force, but with a calm, steady guidance, like a soft current in a vast, still lake. Now, imagine watching the history of the galactic center play out like a slow, shimmering film. You see the earliest stars ignite when the galaxy was young. Their bright, gentle light fills the region. You see dust clouds gather, glowing softly as they warm. You see the long arcs of stars begin to form, each one settling into its orbit, like dancers finding their place on a stage. 1 billion years pass, like a sigh, then another, and another. Stars drift in and out of the frame. Nebulae bloom and fade. Light bends, dust glows, gravity hums. And through all of it, Sagittarius A times remains serenely still, a calm center in a sea of slow motion. The more you watch, the more peaceful it feels. You realize that the galaxy does not rush to become anything. It does not push or force. It evolves with patience, with quiet endurance. And in this ancient rhythm, there is something deeply comforting. It tells you that not everything needs to happen quickly. That slowness can be beautiful. That patience can be a kind of strength. That time, when allowed to unfold gently, creates patterns more graceful than anything rushed. Breathe again, slow, warm, steady. Now imagine drifting just above the galactic center. You feel the soft glow around you, the warm golds, deep indigos, subtle reds. You sense the quiet gravity beneath, not pulling, not grabbing, just anchoring everything with a calm presence. Time here is not divided into minutes or hours. It is the slow turning of stars, the gentle drift of dust, the patient shaping of light. You float in this timeless calm, and for a moment, your mind joins the stillness. Your thoughts slow, your worries loosen, your breath deepens. You become part of the quietness, not lost in it, but carried by it. As Chapter 8 comes to a close, let yourself rest in this idea. The galaxy is old, patient, and gentle in its unfolding. The center of the Milky Way, the place you have drifted into tonight, has remained calm and steady for billions of years. Its slowness is not emptiness, it is peace. Its vastness is not loneliness, it is quiet stability. Its ancient age is not distance, it is comfort. In Chapter 9, we will imagine drifting safely near the soft edge of the event horizon, not in fear, but in awe, wrapped in the same calming presence that fills every chapter of this journey. For now, breathe softly, rest in the patience of the galaxy, and feel your own mind grow quiet, like the ancient heart of the Milky Way. Chapter 9. Drifting safely, near the quiet edge. Let your breath settle again, in and out, soft, steady, unhurried. You're still floating in the warm glow of the inner Milky Way. The stars around you drift in slow, patient arcs. Dust clouds shimmer in gentle ribbons of gold and indigo. Everything moves with a grace that feels like breathing, long, calming, effortless. Ahead, wrapped in a soft veil of warm darkness, rests the silent center of the galaxy, Sagittarius A*. But tonight, instead of looking from afar, we drift a little closer, not into danger, not into anything frightening, but toward the peaceful outer edge of its influence, a place where space curves like a quiet, velvet bowl. This chapter is about imagining that place, the edge of the event horizon, described not as a boundary of fear, but as a soft, mysterious threshold, where the universe becomes quiet in a different way. A place you can approach gently, observe safely, and drift beside with a sense of awe, never fear. You move closer slowly, as though floating toward a warm, dark lake at night. The starlight around you bends slightly, curving into smooth arcs that feel beautiful, not strange. It's like watching candlelight reflected in rippling water, soft, wavering, calm. Nothing pulls you, nothing tugs at you. You're simply drifting through the natural shape of space, held safely at a distance where everything remains serene. The region near the event horizon glows faintly, in warm, dusty light. Not bright, not sharp, but like the gentle haze of a lantern seen through fog. And as you drift closer, you feel a stillness rising around you, a deeper quiet than anything you felt before. Not the quiet of emptiness, but the quiet of something ancient, resting peacefully in the center of time. Imagine now that the galaxy behind you is spread out like a glowing tapestry, a soft swirl of golden stars, deep blues, warm reds, and drifting mist. This light stretches across the sky, and all of it bends slightly. As it passes near the calm heart of Sagittarius A*, you watch this gentle bending, and it feels soothing. A slow, liquid motion, as if the universe is painting itself in long strokes. Around an invisible center, you remain completely safe, just watching, floating, breathing, in and out. The event horizon, the quiet boundary surrounding the black hole, is not a wall, not a sudden drop, not a crackling edge. It is simply the point where light can no longer return. But you are far outside that point, in the peaceful region, where light still drifts freely, where stars glide in slow arcs, where dust and gas curl like soft ribbons. Here, everything moves, with the same rhythmic calm as waves on a distant ocean. The closer you drift, the more the space around you feels like deep water. Not cold, not heavy, just still. The darkness near the event horizon is velvety, like the night sky just after sunset, when the first stars appear. And at this distance, you are close enough to feel the shape of the black hole, not as a pull, but as a presence, a deep, steady quiet, a calm gravity, a soft hollow in the fabric of space. It feels almost like approaching the center of a labyrinth, where everything grows quiet, and time seems to stretch. But you remain safe on the outside, watching, floating, resting. Let yourself breathe a little deeper, in and out. Imagine reaching a point where the glow of the galaxy fades into a soft curve around the dark center. The glow doesn't disappear. It simply shifts, like light passing behind a smooth stone. This bending of light is called gravitational lensing, but tonight, it doesn't need a name. It only needs to feel like what it is. Beautiful, soft, peaceful. Light glides around the event horizon, as though following the curve of a cup, moving smoothly, quietly, without any sense of urgency. You watch it drift, like strands of golden silk in slow motion, Imagine now that you are hovering in a safe orbit near the edge, far enough to feel nothing but calm, close enough to see the universe reshape itself in graceful arcs. Time seems to slow here, but not for you, for the light itself. Photons stretch into long, warm tones, their colors deepening like a sunset that lasts forever. And the closer light gets to the event horizon, the more it slows, as if bowing gently before stepping into deeper space. You witness this motion, not with fear, but with awe, as though watching a long, quiet tide roll over smooth sand. The region around Sagittarius A** is surprisingly peaceful. No roaring, no tearing, no drama, just a deep, steady presence, where gravity rests in its strongest form. The event horizon is like the surface of a perfectly still pond, so smooth that time itself seems to pause when reflected in it, and you drift beside this cosmic pond with complete safety. Nothing pulls you in, nothing rushes you. You remain in a stable, calm place where you can simply observe and breathe. Imagine lifting your gaze slightly upward. You see stars behind you, gathered into a soft, glowing arc. They move slowly, like lanterns carried by a gentle breeze. You see dust clouds drifting in long, warm ribbons. You see the Milky Way, shining like a luminous river, and all of this light bows slightly around the quiet center of the galaxy. It's like watching a ballet performed in silence, with every dancer moving in perfect harmony. You are the audience, floating in calm darkness, wrapped in ancient peace. Breathe again, in and out. Now imagine that time around you feels a little wider, as though each second has more space inside it. This is what happens near the event horizon. Not fear, not danger, just the stretching of time, like warm taffy, smooth and slow. You feel none of its effects. You are too far, too safe, but you can sense the idea of it. A place where moments lengthen, where the universe moves in deeper breaths, where even light knows how to slow down. This slowing feels comforting, like slipping into a warm bath or lying beneath heavy blankets. On a cool evening, as you drift along this safe boundary, you might feel a growing sense of calm. Here, near the quiet edge of the event horizon, everything is soft. The light, the motion, the time, even the darkness is gentle, like velvet stretched across a deep, peaceful well. You realize something. There is nothing frightening about this place. It is simply a different kind of quiet, a deeper quiet, a quieter quiet, the quiet at the very center of a galaxy, filled with stars, an ancient hush that has lasted forever. As Chapter 9 comes to an end, imagine yourself slowly drifting away from the edge again, not because you must, but because the journey continues. You leave behind the warm, curved light and the soft shadow of the event horizon. You float back into the glowing dust and gentle starlight of the inner Milky Way, still safe, still calm, still held by the ancient quiet of the galaxy. In Chapter 10, we'll explore why black holes don't need to be frightening and how they are simply mysterious, stable features of the universe that help shape cosmic harmony. For now, rest in the glow, breathe in the calm, and let the quiet heartbeat of the galaxy rock you gently towards sleep. Chapter 10. Why black holes are not to be feared. Settle into your pillow again. Let a long breath slip quietly from your chest. Feel your body loosen, like a thread gently unwinding, in and out, slow and easy. You're floating once more through the warm, ancient glow of the Milky Way's center. Behind you lies the quiet edge of the event horizon, that soft, velvet boundary you drifted near in the last chapter. Nothing frightening happened. Nothing sudden, only calm light, gentle curves, and deep cosmic stillness. Now, as we begin Chapter 10, we explore something deeply reassuring. Black holes do not need to be feared. Not tonight. Not in astronomy. Not in the quiet rhythm of the universe. They are not monsters. They are not traps waiting in the dark. They are natural shapes the universe takes, steady, ancient, and deeply patient. Imagine now that you're drifting backward a little, away from the soft edge of the event horizon, and into a region where starlight dances freely again. You're still safe, still calm, still floating in warm cosmic air. The darkness behind you feels gentle, like the calm of a deep forest at night. The starlight in front of you feels soft, like lanterns floating on water. Nothing in this scene tells you to fear. Everything invites you to rest. Because here's a quiet truth. A black hole is nothing more than concentrated gravity, a place where matter has settled so deeply that light bends around it, and time stretches softly near it. Gravity is something you live with every day, holding you to the earth, keeping oceans in place, shaping the tides, guiding the planets. A black hole is simply gravity, gathered into a small space, not an enemy, just a quiet feature of the cosmos. Take another smooth breath, in and out. When you hear the term black hole, your mind might imagine something dramatic: collapsing stars, roaring darkness, an abyss stretching out its hands. But that picture comes from stories, not from the universe itself. Out here, where you're floating gently through the galactic center, you can feel the truth. Black holes do not chase. They do not hunt. They do not roar. They simply exist, silent, still, ancient. They sit at the centers of galaxies, or drift quietly through space, affecting only what comes very close. And space is so vast that even in billions of years, most stars never approach one. You certainly don't. Earth doesn't. The sun doesn't. Everything is far, far away, and perfectly safe. Imagine now that a black hole is like a quiet well in a wide meadow. If you stay near the meadow's edge, you can admire the stillness, the sense of depth, the way light falls gently around its rim. Nothing pulls you in. Nothing tugs at your clothes. You simply stand and observe. That is what it feels like, floating at a safe distance from a black hole. Beautiful, still, mysterious, calm. You don't have to fall. You don't have to fear. You can simply watch the universe, curving softly around it. Now imagine again the stars near Sagittarius A*. Are they panicking? Are they struggling? No. They follow steady, predictable orbits, the way planets follow the suns. Their paths are long, smooth arcs, centuries and millennia of drifting, in calm, elegant loops. If a black hole were chaotic or dangerous, in any sudden, unpredictable way, the stars wouldn't move like this. But they do. For millions of years, they've traced stable paths around the galactic heart. Their behavior tells you everything. Black holes are steady, quiet, predictable, part of the universe's balance, not a threat to it. Let your breath fall into the same rhythm, slow, curved, repeating gently, in and out. Each inhale is like a star beginning its orbit. Each exhale is like a star completing it, a circle of calm, a circle of time, a circle of gravity and stillness. Another way to think of black holes is to imagine them as resting places, deep points where matter gathers after long cosmic journeys. Some black holes form when stars reach the end of their life cycles. Others grow slowly over billions of years, gently collecting interstellar dust and gas. None of this is violent. It happens gradually, over spans of time too long for the human mind to hold. Black holes are like cosmic libraries, quiet repositories of matter and memory. They keep the galaxy anchored, shaping the movement of stars, the way a tree's roots shape the growth of a forest. And just like the roots, black holes remain hidden, working silently beneath everything. Take another soft breath. Let it spread warmth through your chest. Picture now the warm haze near Sagittarius A*, the dust drifting like golden fog, the stars gliding in soft arcs. This is not the home of danger. It is the home of balance, like the still point at the center of a turning wheel. It gives the galaxy structure. It shapes its elegant spiral. It holds the Milky Way steady through billions of years. Without Sagittarius A*, our galaxy wouldn't have the calm, beautiful shape you see in the night sky. The black hole is not a threat to the galaxy. It is the galaxy's quiet anchor. As you continue drifting in this region, feel how calm everything is. Feel how gently light bends. Feel how slowly stars glide. Even the space near the event horizon feels soft when seen from a distance, like velvet stretched over a deep bowl filled with silence. And from here, you can sense the beauty in how nothing escapes from that depth. Not because the black hole is greedy or powerful, but because gravity becomes perfectly still inside that bowl, a place where motion ends, where time rests, where the universe folds itself into quietness. Nothing frightening, only deep stillness, a cosmic exhale held forever. Take another easy breath now, in and out. Let it fall into the rhythm of the stars around you. They do not fear the black hole. They move with it, around it, in harmony with it. Everything here flows in balance. Everything here knows its place. Everything here feels inevitably calm. Even the dust drifting toward the center moves slowly, softly, patiently, as though returning home. Nothing about this movement feels dangerous. It feels natural, like a tide retreating slowly from shore. As this chapter draws to a close, let yourself rest in this idea. Black holes are not cosmic monsters. They are natural features of a universe built on balance. They shape galaxies. They anchor stars. They guide light in elegant curves. They sit silently in the dark, not causing chaos, but giving the cosmos structure. And tonight, as you drift in the warm glow of the galactic center, you can feel the truth of it. You are safe. You are calm. You are held in the quiet rhythm of a universe that has never rushed, never panicked, never been anything other than beautifully, peacefully balanced. In Chapter 11, we'll explore how gravity shapes the entire Milky Way around this silent center. Again, softly, gently, without fear. For now, rest in the warmth, breathe in the stillness, and let the calm presence of the galaxy's ancient heart carry you towards sleep. Chapter 11. How Gravity Shapes the Milky Way's Gentle Form. Let your breath soften again, in and out, smooth, steady, unhurried. The quiet glow of the galactic center still surrounds you, a warm haze of gold and indigo drifting through ancient space. Somewhere behind that glow lies Sagittarius A*, the deep, silent heart of gravity that anchors everything. But tonight, we shift our focus outward, to the way gravity shapes the entire Milky Way, not with force or violence, but with a calm, guiding presence. Gravity here is not a push, not a pull, not a command. It is a gentle pattern, a quiet choreography, a soft hand resting beneath the galaxy, helping every star find its place. Imagine now that you're rising slightly above the galactic center, floating upward as though lifted by a warm current of air. As you drift higher, the inner glow widens beneath you. Stars spread outward in great curved arms, long spirals stretching across hundreds of thousands of light years. The Milky Way's shape becomes clearer, a sprawling, elegant swirl of starlight, balanced, and held together by the gravity of the center. The gravity of Sagittarius A times is not the only force at work, but it is the steady heart note in the galaxy's quiet music. It keeps everything balanced. It gives the galaxy form. It provides a center around which billions of stars can move without drifting into chaos. Picture the spiral arms now, not in sharp detail, but as soft rivers of light flowing gently through the darkness. Each arm curves gracefully, like a brushstroke made in slow motion, and gravity is the painter, not rushing, not pressing, just guiding, shaping, smoothing the paths of stars over eons and eons of time. Stars are born in these arms, first as glowing clouds, then as warm clusters, then as bright points of light. Gravity nudges them forward, helping them settle into their orbits, helping them glide with the rest of the galaxy. Not one of these stars knows the weight of its journey. They simply follow the gentle structure gravity provides. Take another slow inhale and an unhurried exhale. The Milky Way's form, its spiral, its curves, its balance, comes from this quiet choreography. Stars that are farther out move more slowly. Stars closer in move in smaller, slightly faster loops, and all of them together create a pattern so stable that it has lasted for billions of years. There is no chaos here, no disorder. Even when stars drift, even when dust gathers or disperses, everything eventually settles into the galaxy's elegant rhythm. Gravity is not harsh. It is patient. It is the soft hum beneath all movement. Now imagine drifting outward from the center, watching the galaxy widen beneath you like a glowing pinwheel. The farther you rise, the more you see the structure, its arms curving outward with incredible grace. Each star follows a path, shaped by the mass of the entire galaxy, by billions of suns, by drifting clouds of dust, and by the deep, steady weight of Sagittarius A*. This combined gravity weaves the galaxy together, like threads in a vast tapestry. Pull one thread, and the others adjust gently, keeping the whole pattern intact. The Milky Way is not fixed. It is flowing, a river of stars, held in shape by quiet gravity. Take a moment now to imagine the galaxy as a vast, peaceful dance. Every star is a dancer. Every dust cloud is a drifting ribbon. Every orbit is a slow, sweeping motion, coordinated across unimaginable distances. No one conductor is seen. No voice calls out instructions. And yet everything moves. In balance, everything has a place. Everything follows the soft guidance of gravity, a force that repeats itself gently, moment after moment, age after age. Gravity is the rhythm the galaxy listens to. Imagine drifting farther still until the whole Milky Way becomes visible beneath you. Its disk is thin and wide, a shimmering plate of stars. Its spiral arms extend like curved arms, stretching into the night. Its central bulge glows warmly with old, patient stars. And all of it, every glowing point, every drifting cloud, every swirl of dust, moves in harmony around the same quiet center. Sagittarius A times does not dominate the galaxy. It does not control it. It simply provides an anchor, like a calm weight in the middle of a spinning wheel. Without it, the galaxy's motion would wobble. Its arms would lose their shape. Its stars would drift unpredictably. With it, everything flows, smoothly, elegantly, forever. Another slow breath, in and out. Gravity is not a force you have to fear. It is the same gentle presence that lets you rest in your bed. The same presence that makes your body feel grounded. The same presence that shapes planets, moons, oceans, tides. The galaxy's gravity is simply gravity stretched out across space and time. And when you look at the Milky Way as a whole, calm, balanced, beautiful, you can feel how natural it is, How peaceful, how deeply steady. In the outer regions of the galaxy, stars drift like distant lanterns. Their orbits are wide, their motion slow, their path guided not only by Sagittarius A*, but by the quiet pull of everything around them. Gravity here is a shared force, a tapestry of influences, woven into the dance of billions of stars. Even far away from the center, the galaxy remains held together, its shape intact, its motion harmonious. It is one of the universe's great miracles. How such a vast collection of objects can move with such grace. But it isn't magic. It's gravity, quiet, steady, enduring. Now imagine falling gently back down toward the glowing center, as though drifting slowly through layers of starlight. You pass through the spiral arms again, their warm golds and soft blues, spreading like rivers of light. You pass through peaceful clouds that shimmer faintly in the dim glow of ancient stars. And finally, you return to the inner region, where the stars dance more swiftly, where gravity curves space like a soft bowl, where Sagittarius A times rests. In deep, patient silence, everything you see has been shaped by the soft hand of gravity. Every path, every orbit, every glowing pattern in the sky is part of its gentle sculpting. Gravity is not a force of fear, but a force of formation. It shapes galaxies the way water shapes stones, slowly, steadily, beautifully. As Chapter 11 closes, let this idea rest softly in your thoughts. Gravity shapes the Milky Way, not with violence, but with a calm, guiding presence. It holds stars in gentle arcs. It shapes dust into glowing clouds. It forms spiral arms that stretch, with quiet elegance, into the cosmic night. And at the very center, still, silent, steady, Sagittarius A times simply waits, a quiet anchor for a galaxy in graceful motion. In Chapter 12, we'll connect this ancient center to the stars we see from Earth, bridging the cosmic heart and the night sky above you. For now, rest in the galaxy's rhythm. Let your breath match its calm and drift gently in the quiet orbit of the Milky Way. Chapter 12. The galactic center in our night sky. Settle into one more slow breath, in and out, letting your body soften a little deeper into stillness. Tonight, you drift in the inner glow of the Milky Way, floating in the warm, radiant calm near the galaxy's heart. But now, we gently turn your attention homeward, toward the night sky, the one above forests and oceans, the one above your own quiet evenings. Because even though Sagittarius A** rests tens of thousands of light years away, its presence stretches all the way back to Earth, woven into the starlight you see whenever you look up. This chapter is about that connection, the soft bridge between the cosmic center and your own night sky. Imagine yourself now, still floating near the heart of the Milky Way, but beginning to gently rise, as if carried upward by a warm breeze. You drift through the glowing haze, past slow-moving dust clouds, past stars looping in graceful curves, past the warm swirl of ancient light. The inner galaxy widens beneath you, like a soft lantern set on a dark table, and the farther you drift, the more you begin to see the Milky Way, not from within, but from a little distance outside. Its spiral arms stretch outward, quiet and elegant. Its glowing disk becomes thinner, wider, like a luminous coin spinning in slow motion. At its center sits the calm, dark heart, Sagittarius A*, quietly anchoring everything. This is where your journey began, but your view is about to shift. Take another slow breath. Now, imagine gliding across one of the spiral arms, past clusters of young stars glowing blue, past older stars shining gold, past long ribbons of nebulae drifting like soft tapestry threads. As you float outward, the galaxy's shape begins to tilt, turning like a great wheel beneath you. Soon, you are above the Milky Way, then farther above, until the entire galaxy becomes a glowing swirl, curled against the darkness, a soft spiral of light, strands of stars, clouds of dust, all gently turning around the silent center. Then, slowly, you begin drifting back toward Earth. Picture the planet rising beneath you, its oceans reflecting silver moonlight, its continents resting under blankets of nighttime blue. The air becomes familiar again. The darkness becomes softer. The vast cosmic view narrows, not in limitation, but in comfort. You are approaching home, and as you drift downward, the Milky Way, no longer a swirl seen from above, begins to appear just as we know it from Earth. A long, glowing band that stretches across the night sky, a river of light, a quiet pathway, a reminder that we live inside something vast and ancient. Another slow breath. In the deepest part of the night, when the sky is dark and the air feels still, the Milky Way becomes visible, not as a distant galaxy, but as a soft cloud of pale starlight. If you look toward the constellation of Sagittarius, you are looking in the direction of the galactic center. You won't see Sagittarius A times directly. It's hidden behind countless clouds of cosmic dust. But the glow you see, the thickness of the stars, the warm density of that region in the sky, that is the Milky Way's core, spread out across the darkness, like a faint, glowing heartbeat. It is the softest way. The universe whispers to you. You live in a galaxy. When you stand beneath the night sky, you are standing inside that galaxy, not beside it, not outside it. Every star above you belongs to this vast structure. Every shimmer, every faint sparkle, every distant glow is part of the Milky Way's quiet architecture. And the densest, brightest part of that glow is the region around Sagittarius A asterisk. The cosmic center you just drifted through is the same place, toward which millions of stars on earthy nights seem to gather. Earth cannot see the black hole itself. It is wrapped in dust, hidden behind layers of glowing matter, but Earth can feel its presence in the brightness of the galactic bulge, in the way starlight thickens just above the southern horizon during warm summer nights. It appears as a soft swelling of light just below the Archer's bow in Sagittarius, a quiet glow in the darkness. Take another gentle breath. Even though Sagittarius A times is too far to influence our lives directly, its gravity shapes the motion of the entire galaxy, including the Sun's long, patient orbit. Our solar system takes roughly 230 million years to circle the Milky Way once. Right now, in this moment as you breathe, the Sun is steadily drifting along that orbit, neither fast nor slow, just in harmony with the galaxy's quiet rhythm. You are part of that motion. Your world is part of that motion. Your body, your breath, your resting heartbeat, all of them move quietly through the galaxy's warm, endless night. And when you look up at the Milky Way, you are looking along the very path. Your solar system follows. The sky becomes a map, a soft tapestry, showing where you've come from and where you are going. Imagine standing on Earth now, a gentle summer evening, a quiet hillside, a soft breeze brushing your skin. Above you arcs the Milky Way, vast, pale, glowing delicately across the sky. So quiet, so patient, so ancient. You look toward Sagittarius, and even though you cannot see Sagittarius A asterisk, you know it is there, the silent heart, holding the galaxy together. The presence you visited in the earlier chapters is now the same presence, hidden behind a curtain of dust and starlight. It feels comforting to know that the glowing sky above you is not random. It has structure, it has harmony. it has a quiet center, a place that gives the galaxy shape, a place that gives the stars a home, a place that gives the night sky its gentle, glowing arc. Let your breath fall into that arc, in and out. The connection between Earth's sky and the galaxy's heart is not distant or abstract. It is simple, it is soft, it is always present. Every time the Milky Way appears overhead, you are looking into the long, luminous spine of your home galaxy. Every time you see the densest cluster of stars near Sagittarius, you are looking straight toward the region where you floated earlier, through dust clouds, through warm nebulae, near the soft edge of curved space. You are connected to it, through starlight, through gravity, through the quiet rhythm of the galaxy's slow orbit. As Chapter 12 ends, let this idea rest gently beside you. The night sky above you is not just a decoration. It is a map of the galaxy's structure, a soft reflection of the Milky Way's ancient form, a bridge connecting your world to the heart of the cosmos. In Chapter 13, we will contemplate what this hidden giant, Sagittarius A*, means for our place in the universe. For now, breathe softly. Let the night sky widen inside you and rest in the quiet glow of your galaxy's gentle arc. Chapter 13. What the hidden giant means for us. Let your breath soften again, in and out. Slow, warm, grounding. You're resting now in the quiet glow between worlds, half in the memory of drifting through the galactic center, half in the familiar comfort of Earth's night sky. You've seen the Milky Way from both inside and above. You've watched the slow dance of stars around Sagittarius A*. You've stood beneath the sky where its distant glow appears as a soft swelling of light near the constellation Sagittarius. Now, in this chapter, we're going to reflect gently, not with big questions or complex answers, but with soft, dreamy curiosity. What does this hidden giant mean for us? What does it mean that at the center of our galaxy there rests a silent, ancient well of gravity, not in any frightening way, but in a way that feels grounding, soothing, reassuring, a quiet presence, holding the Milky Way together across billions of years? Imagine yourself floating again, somewhere between Earth and the galactic center, not in a specific place, but in a warm, peaceful space, where the galaxy feels like a soft lantern, glowing around you. You feel the calm of the stars, their slow orbits, their ancient rhythms. You sense the galaxy breathing, if such a thing were possible. One long inhale, one long exhale, measured in millions of years. And somewhere in that vast breath is the dark, steady center. Sagittarius A*, the hidden giant. It doesn't roar, it doesn't shine, it doesn't seek attention. But without it, the galaxy as you know it would not have formed. In such graceful structure, its spirals would not curve as beautifully. Its stars would not follow such elegant paths. Its calm rhythm would not be the same. Sagittarius A* is the silent core that makes the galaxy whole. Take another slow breath. Here's a comforting truth. The universe is full of centers, places where matter gathers, where gravity settles quietly, where structure grows out of stillness. Every planet has a center, every star, every galaxy, and Sagittarius A* is simply the Milky Way's center of balance. It isn't a threat, it isn't a warning, it isn't a danger. It is a foundation, a calm anchor around which billions of stars have woven their paths for billions of years. Think of how reassuring that is, that the galaxy isn't chaotic, but stable, balanced, connected by a quiet heart. Now imagine drifting closer again to that warm, glowing region where you floated in earlier chapters. This time, instead of focusing on the motion or the light, or the curved space. You focus on the feeling of the place, the stillness, the patience, the timelessness, as though the galaxy is telling you a very soft, very ancient message. You don't need to hurry. You don't need to worry. Everything takes time, because in the presence of Sagittarius A asterisk, time stretches so widely that human concerns feel lighter, not smaller, not unimportant, just softer, more spacious, easier to carry. Let another gentle breath fall from your chest, in and out. When you think of Sagittarius A asterisk, not as a black hole, but as a quiet center, you begin to see it differently. It's not the absence of light. It's the presence of gravity in its most peaceful form. It doesn't swallow the galaxy. It holds it. It doesn't threaten the stars. It guides them. It isn't chaos. It is structure, a deep well of stillness in a vast ocean of motion, a place where the universe sleeps more deeply. Now imagine the sun, your own star, moving through its orbit around the galaxy. Its path is long, wide, and incredibly slow. One circuit every 230 million years. Through all of that time, Sagittarius A times remains where it is, steady and quiet, providing a gentle pull that keeps the sun and every other star moving smoothly in their arcs. You, right now, are riding along that orbit. Your whole life, every heartbeat, every breath, every memory, is part of the sun's slow journey around the galactic center. You are not separate from the galaxy. You are carried by it, held by it, belonging to it. This is part of the meaning of the hidden giant. You have a place in a much larger rhythm, a safe place, a peaceful place, a place guided by an ancient stillness. Take another easy breath. Sometimes, when people think about the universe, they imagine emptiness, coldness, distance. But the more you drift through this cosmic journey, the more you realize the universe is not empty. It is full of structure, full of quiet patterns, full of gentle, steady forces that keep everything moving with remarkable harmony. Sagittarius A asterisk is one of those forces, a deep, silent presence that shapes the galaxy's beauty. To understand this is to feel less alone in the cosmos, not more, because you are part of that structure, part of that rhythm, part of that long, slow movement through space and time. You belong to a galaxy with an ancient heart. Now imagine lying on a quiet hillside, somewhere far from city lights. Above you, the Milky Way stretches like a pale river. The densest part of the glow, just above the horizon, comes from the direction of Sagittarius A asterisk. You may not see it directly, but you feel the thickness of stars there, the way light gathers more densely, the way the sky seems fuller, warmer, more alive. That glow exists because there is a center pulling stars inward in quiet harmony. This means that every time you look into the night sky, you are looking toward the place that holds your galaxy together, a place that has shaped every star you see, a place that has guided your solar system through the universe for the entire history of Earth, a place that, without fanfare, has given structure to the night sky you love. This is what the hidden giant means. It means you are part of something steady, something ancient, something vast, yet gentle, something that holds without gripping, guides without forcing, anchors without demanding. Sagittarius A asterisk is the galaxy's quiet center, and you live in the calm motion it helps create. As chapter 13 draws to a close, let this thought linger softly. You are not drifting alone through a chaotic universe. You are held inside a galaxy with a steady heart, a quiet, ancient center that has shaped your sky. Since long before Earth formed, a center you visited in calm imagination, and that now rests just beyond the horizon of every clear night. In Chapter 14, we'll begin to gently lower the energy, slowing the pace even further, softening the imagery, preparing the mind for sleep. For now, rest in the knowledge that you belong to a universe woven with calm, structure, and quiet love. Chapter 14. Slowing into the quiet of the cosmic night. Let your breath fall into an even softer rhythm now, in and out, as though each inhale takes a little longer to arrive, and each exhale drifts a little farther away. You've traveled through the galaxy's heart and returned with a gentle sense of belonging, a feeling that the universe is not distant or cold, but warm, steady, and quietly alive. Now, in this chapter, we begin to slow everything down, not stopping, not ending, just slowing, like walking from sunlight into a calm, cool room, where every sound softens. This chapter is the turning point, where the journey fades into something dreamlike, almost weightless, a peaceful descent into the quiet of the cosmic night. Imagine yourself floating again, but this time, you're not moving toward anything. You're drifting in place, suspended in a soft pocket of space, where time stretches like warm silk. The galaxy around you dims, just a little, not losing its beauty, but softening at the edges. The bright blues fade into deeper indigos. The warm golds melt into gentle amber. The reds dissolve into a faint, sleepy glow. It feels like a dimmed room at the end of a long day, when the last light lingers, just enough to guide your thoughts into a slower rhythm. You're not going anywhere now. You're simply here, resting in the quiet. Take another long, smooth breath. Let your awareness widen, like a slow ripple in a still pond. The stars around you begin to feel less like individual points and more like soft grains of light floating in a warm mist. Their sharpness blurs, their edges round, their glow thickens, becoming almost velvety. This is the galaxy, in its most gentle form, a quiet cloud of light, cradling you from every side. You feel held, you feel unburdened, you feel smaller, in a comforting way, as though the universe itself is wrapping you gently in its ancient calm. As the energy lowers, imagine the vastness around you, slowing as well. Stars drift in wider arcs. Dust clouds move, as if through honey. Light bends, almost lazily, like a ribbon falling through the air. Even time seems to soften its pace, stretched thin into something quiet and spacious. You're moving through a moment that doesn't need to hurry, a moment that doesn't need to hold you awake, a moment that invites stillness. It is the cosmic equivalent of a deep sigh. Imagine now that your body becomes lighter, as though gravity itself has loosened its hold. Your arms feel weightless, your legs drift into comfort, your spine sinks gently into the surface beneath you. You don't need to try to relax. It's happening on its own, quietly, smoothly, like a leaf drifting downward on a calm autumn day. As your body relaxes, your thoughts begin to slow as well, not stopping, just softening. They drift through your mind, like feathers moving through still air. One thought appears, then gently dissolves. Another drifts in, then floats away. Everything is slower. Everything is easier. Nothing needs your attention. Take another soft, quiet breath. Now imagine the Milky Way as a dimmed lantern, glowing behind half-closed eyes. Its edges blur. Its swirl becomes misty. Its starlight feels thick and warm. You're no longer exploring it with curiosity or wonder. You're simply resting in it. The galaxy has become a blanket of gentle light, a cradle of cosmic night. You float through it, the way a dream drifts, through the soft corners of sleep. There's no direction, no destination, just calm. If you listen closely, you might imagine hearing a faint, deep hum, the old, steady vibration of the galaxy at rest. Not a sound in the usual sense, but a feeling, a quiet pulse, beneath everything. It moves through you like the slow rhythm of your own breath, in and out. Your breath becomes the galaxy's breath. The galaxy's breath becomes yours. Everything merges into one quiet rhythm. Imagine now that the stars begin to drift farther apart, not disappearing, but spacing themselves gently, like dim candles arranged on a wide, dark floor. The sky grows deeper. The colors grow darker. The light grows softer. You are entering the quietest part of the night, the deep, velvety hush where even thoughts feel sleepy. You don't need to hold on to anything. You don't need to remember where you've been. In the earlier chapters, the journey has done its work. Your mind is ready to drift. Let your breath slow, just a touch more. Imagine your awareness, lowering like a lantern being dimmed, turn by turn, until the light becomes a soft, warm ember. You're not falling asleep yet. You're sinking into the space just before sleep, that in-between place where the body is heavy, the mind is light, and the world feels distant. A twilight of consciousness, where imagination becomes softer, images blur, and time dissolves. You float here, comfortably, peacefully. The galaxy around you is now a very faint glow, almost like a memory of starlight, rather than starlight itself. You're drifting deeper into the quiet. The spiral arms blur into long strokes of mist. Nebulae fade into gentle watercolor patches. Starlight dims into warm dust. Everything is soft. Everything is slow. Everything is safe. This is the perfect threshold between wakefulness and rest. As chapter 14 comes to an end, feel the gentle pull toward deeper stillness. You've traveled far, and the universe has grown quiet to welcome your rest. In chapter 15, your journey drifts even farther into the dreamlike, starlight turning to whispers, galactic imagery melting into soft visions. For now, breathe softly, sink slowly, and let the cosmic night gather around you like a warm, endless blanket. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. Chapter 15. Drifting through dreamlight. Let your breath fall into the slowest rhythm yet, in and out. A long, warm exhale softening everything inside you. You've reached the part of the journey where thoughts loosen, edges blur, and the world around you begins to feel like a gentle dream. You no longer need to follow a path. You no longer need to remember the chapters before this. The galaxy holds you effortlessly, as if you've become weightless driftwood, floating on a soft, cosmic tide. This chapter is not about traveling anywhere. It is about letting go, letting the universe fade into something smooth, hazy, and deeply restful. You are drifting through dreamlight now, that soft, glowing space between imagination and sleep. Imagine yourself floating in darkness that is not empty, but full of slow, glowing dust. The particles shimmer gently, like tiny lanterns suspended in deep water. They drift past your fingertips in long, lazy arcs. You don't need to reach for them. You don't need to guide them. Everything moves on its own, patient, graceful, like a lullaby made of light. You're no longer watching the galaxy. You're inside a dream of it, a softer version, a quieter version, a version where every star feels close and kind. Breathe again, in and out. With each breath, The starlight around you grows dimmer, warmer, more diffuse. The sharp points of light soften into glowing orbs. The orbs melt into streaks. The streaks dissolve into mist. It's as if the stars themselves are falling asleep and you're drifting with them into a deeper layer of the night. No direction, no destination, just drifting. A gentle surrender to the quiet glow around you. Now imagine the darkness thickening, not with shadow, but with softness. The kind of darkness that feels like velvet against your skin. The kind of darkness that hums with warmth instead of emptiness. You drift through it as though through a slow current. At times, you pass through faint clouds of silver like moonlit fog. Other times, the glow deepens into gold as if stars are exhaling light from far, far away. Colors blur into one another. Shapes melt. Everything becomes fluid. You're floating in the softest version of the cosmos. Let your body grow heavier now, not with effort, but with release. Your arms sink. Your legs soften. Your fingers uncurl. You no longer feel separate from the space around you. The line between body and universe begins to fade, a gentle blending, a dissolving into calm. This is the moment in the night when waking thoughts grow drowsy and dream thoughts begin to glow, where time no longer feels straight, but curved, slow, quiet. Imagine now that you're drifting through a slow snowfall, but instead of snowflakes, tiny motes of starlight float around you. They fall in warm, lazy spirals. They settle gently on your skin like soft whispers of glow. Each mote touches you and dissolves into warmth, a small pulse of comfort, a tiny spark of ease. You could stay here forever, floating in a slow snowstorms made of dreams and light. Each breath carries you deeper into stillness. In and out, the starlight thickens, the quiet deepens, the dreams grow closer. Imagine the galaxy now as a watercolor painting, edges soft, colors flowing into one another. The spiral arms are no longer distinct. They become flowing strokes of silver and blue, blending into a soft wash of light. Nebulae melt into rosy patches that shimmer and fade like distant candle smoke. The stars blur into a warm, glowing haze that surrounds you completely. Everything is dream-soft. Everything is slow. You feel yourself drifting in a watercolor night painted with calm. Let your breath settle at the bottom of your chest, in and out. Now picture yourself moving through a tunnel of starlight, not bright, not overwhelming, but dim and soothing. The walls of the tunnel are made of soft light, flowing lazily downward like long curtains of gold dust. You drift through them without any resistance, your body moving like a leaf, carried by a slow breeze. The light wraps around you, hugging gently, almost weightlessly. Every step deeper feels like lowering your head onto a soft pillow. As your awareness continues to soften, imagine distant stars blinking slowly, not sharp flashes, but long, sleepy pulses of warm glow. Each pulse lulls you deeper. Each blink feels like the universe closing its eyes halfway. The stars are falling asleep, one by one, and you drift with them. Your thoughts blur into gentle shapes. Your mind quiets into a soft hum. Your breath spreads like mist on a quiet lake. Now picture a vast, dark ocean, not of water, but of slow-moving starlight. You lower yourself into it, the surface warm, the depths calm. You don't sink. You don't float upward. You simply become part of the slow-moving glow. The ocean holds you with perfect gentleness. You are the same temperature as the surrounding light. You are as calm as the drifting particles. You are as quiet as the sleeping galaxy. Nothing stirs. Nothing demands. Nothing pulls. You are wrapped in the most peaceful version of the universe. Let your breath drift, even slower now, in and out. Imagine your body dissolving into soft sparkles, not disappearing, just blending. Your hands become starlight. Your arms become warmth. Your chest becomes quiet glow. Your thoughts melt into gentle, drifting currents. You're no longer a person in a place. You're just drift, warm drift, quiet drift, dream drift, a soft motion through the deepest calm. And as chapter 15 comes to a close, allow yourself to rest in this blurred, dreamlike space. You've drifted far, and now the cosmos grows quiet, as if preparing a bed for you, woven from soft light, lined with warm shadows. In chapter 16, we will prepare you gently for the final release into sleep, with imagery of warmth, safety, and cosmic lullaby. For now, float softly, breathe quietly, and let the starlight carry you deeper into rest. Chapter 16. The warm descent towards sleep. Let your breath soften again, in and out, the air moving through you, like a quiet tide rolling across a calm shore. You've drifted through dreamlight, floated among softened stars, and watched the galaxy dissolve into a warm haze of glow and shadow. Now, in this second-to-last chapter, the journey becomes even gentler. Nothing to explore, nothing to understand, nothing to imagine clearly. This chapter is a warm descent, a slow glide towards sleep, where your body becomes still and your mind becomes light as drifting dust. A chapter filled with warmth, safety, and quiet protection. Picture yourself lying back in a cradle of soft starlight, not bright, not sharp, just warm and dim, like the glow of a candle seen through closed eyes. The cradle floats in a wide, quiet space where sound does not travel and thoughts do not hurry. It's the gentlest place you've visited on this journey, a place that holds you as tenderly as night holds the last traces of daylight. Your body feels heavy now, pleasantly heavy, like a soft blanket is draped over every muscle, every thought, every part of you. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to stay alert. The cradle holds you completely. Take another warm breath. Imagine that the galaxy above you is dimming even further. Stars becoming embers, nebulae fading into watercolor shadows, spiral arms turning into faint brushstrokes. On a dark canvas, the universe is tucking itself in, lowering its lights, quieting its glow, and you are doing the same. Your eyelids feel heavier, your shoulders sink deeper, your breathing stretches into long, slow waves. A soft warmth spreads along your chest, down your arms, through your legs, into the tips of your fingers and toes. Every part of you is preparing for rest. Now imagine the air around you, warming slightly, like stepping into a cozy room after walking through a cool night. The warmth feels safe, steady, nurturing. It wraps around you, like the inside of a soft cocoon. Nothing can disturb you here. Nothing can reach you. This is a place of pure protection, a quiet pocket in the universe, created just for you, just for this moment. You breathe in the warmth and breathe out the last bits of wakefulness. Everything becomes slower. Everything becomes gentler. Everything becomes softer. Let your mind drift now, as though floating on warm water. Thoughts come as faint shapes, soft silhouettes, and then dissolve before you can hold them. You don't need to finish any thought. You don't need to guide them. They move like small waves, gently lapping at the edge of a lake, before smoothing into stillness. The night settles around you, filling the space with a deep calm. You feel safe. You feel held. You feel ready to let go. Imagine the universe humming again, a low, soothing vibration beneath everything. The hum is not loud. It is barely even sound, more like a feeling, a soft resonance, like the warmth of a quiet fireplace, or the faint rhythm of a heartbeat, heard through a pillow. The hum moves through you, from head to toe, loosening every remaining knot. The small tensions you didn't know you were carrying. Your jaw softens, your hands uncurl, your breath deepens. You are safe. You are warm. You are drifting. Now imagine that the starlight around you begins to settle onto the surface beneath your body, like fine dust, falling in slow motion. The dust glows faintly, pale gold, soft blue, gentle amber. It covers the cradle you rest in, forming a warm, luminous blanket. A blanket that feels lighter than air, yet warmer than anything you've known. You sink into it, the way your thoughts sink into the quiet space before sleep. You feel weightless and grounded. At the same time, take another long, slow breath. The warmth expands into your limbs, your chest, your neck, your face. Your eyelids grow heavier, your breathing quieter, your awareness dimmer. You're not falling asleep yet, but you're close, closer than at any other moment tonight. This is the glide path into rest, the gentle slope where your thoughts become fog, your mind becomes slow glow, your body becomes soft weight. This is the universe, inviting you to let go. Imagine yourself now on the shore of a quiet cosmic ocean. The waves move slowly, not of water, but of warm light. They roll toward you in long, smooth ripples that wash across your body like soft warmth. Each wave dissolves more tension. Each wave softens your muscles. Each wave brings you closer to sleep. The ocean glows faintly, a pale gold surface shimmering in the dark. The sky above you is deep indigo with sleepy stars, barely visible beneath the haze. This is the quietest part of the night, the part where everything surrenders to stillness. You stand at its edge, or rather, you float there, ready to drift inside. Let your breath slow again, in and out. Even your breath now feels like part of the universe's rhythm, a gentle echo of the galaxy's ancient calm. You feel yourself melting into the warm cradle. Your edges blur, your thoughts spread out like soft ripples. There is nothing left to do, nothing to remember, nothing to hold, just warmth, just safety, just rest. As chapter 16 comes to its quiet close, imagine the universe dimming its last light, not into darkness, but into a soft, warm twilight that wraps itself around you. You are ready for sleep. The galaxy knows. Your breath knows. Your body knows. In chapter 17, the final chapter, you will drift completely into a calm, silent, galactic night of rest. For now, let your breath move slowly. Let your body feel heavy. Let your mind float and sink deeper into the warm descent towards sleep. Chapter 17. The quietest night in the galaxy. Take one more long, soft breath, in and out, letting your chest rise gently and fall even more gently. You've traveled through stars, through dust, through light and darkness, through the quiet heart of the Milky Way. You've drifted in warmth, floated in dreamlight, and rested in a cradle of cosmic calm. Now you've reached the final, deepest quiet, the soft night at the end of the universe, where even time seems to exhale and settle into stillness. This chapter is not a journey forward. It is a gentle dissolving, the moment where the edges of everything fade into comfort, and you are carried into the quietest sleep. Imagine yourself floating now in a spacious darkness that feels warm to the touch, a darkness that holds you, the way a soft blanket holds heat. The galaxy around you is almost gone from view, not vanished, just softened, dimmed, blurred into a faint ring of sleepy starlight. The spiral arms you once drifted through are now just whispers of glow curving in the distance. The starlight you once followed is now a faint shimmer, like moonlight underwater. Nothing is sharp, nothing is bright. Everything is dim and warm and soft. You are floating at the very edge of cosmic night. Let your breath fall into a whisper, in and out. With each breath, the world grows quieter. The stars drift farther away. Thoughts become lighter, slower, fainter. Imagine the last bright star in your field of vision, blinking softly, as though it is growing drowsy with you. It pulses gently, a long, slow glow, then a softer one, then a glow barely hanging on. Then it settles into a dim ember in the dark, not gone, just resting, just relaxing with you. Now imagine you're sinking into a warm pool of quiet light, a gentle, glowing ocean, made not of water, but of calm. The surface accepts you without a ripple. The warmth holds you without weight. You don't float upward. You don't sink downward. You simply exist in the most comfortable way possible, suspended in perfect stillness. The edges of your body blur into the glow. Your hands dissolve into soft warmth. Your legs drift into deeper quiet. There is no effort, no direction, no holding, just rest. Take another breath, slower than the last, in and out. Imagine that every exhale pulls you deeper into this warm cosmic pool, deeper into stillness, deeper into softness, deeper into a space where wakefulness can no longer follow. You feel the last weight of the waking world slide away from your shoulders. You feel your jaw loosen, your chest settle, your mind dim, like a lantern lowered to its final glow. The galaxy has grown quiet now, as quiet as a sleeping forest. After the final bird has tucked itself away, nebulae fade into watercolor dimness. Star clusters blur into a soft dusting of gold. Even the great heart of Sagittarius A** feels distant, not as a presence, but as a memory of perfect stillness. All the motion of the universe has slowed to match the rhythm of your breath, a slow drift, a long pause, a deeper drift, a deeper pause. It is the rhythm of sleep. Picture now a gentle darkness closing around you, a darkness without fear, without weight, without edge. It is the darkness that comes after a long day when you close your eyes and feel yourself drift into something warm and formless. This cosmic darkness wraps around you like soft fabric. You sink into it more deeply. With every moment, no thought can cling, no sound can reach, no worry can hold. The universe is whispering, rest now, let go, you are safe. Your breath becomes even slower, in and out. It begins to feel like the universe is breathing for you, like the galaxy's ancient calm is filling your lungs, then releasing itself through your body. Every inhale is a soft gathering of warmth. Every exhale is a gentle release into deeper quiet. Your mind drifts like a small boat on a perfectly still lake. You don't steer it. You don't guide it. It simply drifts. Imagine now that the cradle of starlight around you begins to rock, slowly, barely moving, like a lullaby made of motion. Forward and back, soft, weightless, comforting. Your thoughts rock with it. Your breath rocks with it. Your awareness rocks with it. Everything that once felt separate now moves in one slow, continuous wave. You are part of the quiet, part of the glow, part of the stillness. Let your breath grow shallow now, not from effort, but from relaxation. in and out. Almost nothing moves inside you. Almost nothing stirs. Imagine that what remains of the galaxy, the faint ring of stars, the dim swirl of light, slowly turns away from you, like curtains being drawn. At the end of a long night, the last glimmers of starlight fade behind soft, velvety shadow. The universe tucks itself in, and then it tucks you in too. Now, imagine a warm darkness, so gentle. It feels like the softest sheets you've ever known. It surrounds you completely. It supports you perfectly. It hushes the last spark of wakefulness. You are no longer drifting. You are simply resting in the quietest, deepest part of the cosmic night, a place where nothing is needed, a place where nothing is asked, a place where sleep comes naturally. Your breath is the faintest whisper now. Your thoughts are dissolving. Your awareness is dimming, like the final ember of a long burning fire. As chapter 17 closes, there is nothing more to say, nothing more to imagine, nothing more to picture. Only this: you are safe, you are warm, you are held, you are drifting into sleep. Let the universe fade, let the starlight dim, let the quiet take you. Rest now, in the soft night, at the heart of the galaxy.